Good morning, everyone. I finally got my life in order and am able to do a Terrific Tuesday video today. My name is Mary Knabe. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Colorado. I've been doing stamping for probably 20 years and been a demo for 14 to 15 of those years. And today we're going to do a card that we actually did in my May card class, and I need to give a shout out to Mary Knabe. She put out a tutorial which I did get from her, and it was using a set that I've been wanting to use, and I just love her style. So this is a card that we're making today. It is a thank you card. Quick, simple, doesn't take much time at all, and I'll show you everything that we're going to use. Stamp sets that we're using is the Spring Corners. This is an online exclusive stamp set. You can find the online exclusives at my online store at sherrymini.stampinup.net and click online exclusives, and it'll take you to all the great sets that they have on there. I've been purchasing quite a bit from there. They have some really nice things on there. In addition to that, Spring Corners, we're using Memorable Blooms. This is on the last chance list, and so once they are gone, it will be gone forever, which I'm sad about because I like this set. For ink, we're using one ink pad. It's called Blueberry Bushel. That's the only one we'll be using. We'll be using a punch. This is the lovely labeled with Love Punch, and that's what we'll be using. And for embellishments, these are current. They're called Iridescent Pearls, and I don't know if you can even see the light, and I do apologize. I'm sure the lighting will be not the best today. We have been having some glorious, glorious rain, and we're so thankful for it, but we've been cloudy and gloomy for about 3 days now, and being one who loves the sun, I'm ready for the sun to come out, and the rain can come back in a few more days. So to start out with, our packet, you will have your envelope as always. You'll have a card base of Blueberry Bushel. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You'll have a piece of basic white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. This will go on the inside of your card. You'll have some more basic white. You'll have a small piece. This one is, let me find my dimensions, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and this is what you're going to be stamping on. And then you have a layering piece that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. You'll have another piece of Blueberry Bushel. This one is a 3 by 4 piece. This one, and then you'll have another piece of Berry Burst, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's also a layering piece. And then you'll just have a scrap to do some stamping and punch out on for your card. So to begin with, we're going to start with our stamping. This is kind of take 2. I forgot something, went over to my studio, brought it back in here to where I record, and the recording went away, so I had to start over. But it's okay. I'm not using my normal Stamparatus. That's the retired stamp positioner from Stampin' Up! I have it loaded with, all of them loaded with projects. So this is a Misty. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product. It is available online, and it works very similar to what our Stamparatus is. And when I'm doing a corner stamp like this, I just like to use this. That way I know I can keep it reasonably short. My ink pad is extremely juicy, as my ladies who came to my class on Friday will testify to, because we had blue ink everywhere. So it doesn't take much pressure, and you'll get a nice, like that. I'm just going to set it aside to let it dry since it is so inky. For your inside piece, I forgot to show you that we have a marker, and I'm just going to use this to kind of highlight the edges of my inside layer. I've been doing quite a bit of this, and I kind of like the way it sets it off, and it's pretty quick and simple. You can also do it by just rubbing the edges on your pad, but since my pad is so juicy, I decided I'll go this route this time. And just kind of go around the edge. It's very subtle, unless it may not even show up on the video. I didn't think about that, but anyway, that's what I'm doing. And then from the Memorable Blooms, we are going to use, and I guess I should have, didn't even mount that. Wow, I'm out of practice, can you tell? So we're going to use the back side of this other one, and it'll work out just fine. Hopefully I can get it somewhat straight. And we will just stamp it. Trying to center it. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's pretty easy to not worry too much about straightness when you've got two different kinds of fonts, and one of them is a little wonky anyway. So down in the corner, we're going to do a little stamping to put the little flower just to kind of decorate the inside. So what I did is I inked it up once, twisted it, stamped, and stamped off 3 times just to give you a little bit of a decorative feature on your inside piece. And then I'm also going to do the exact same thing on my envelope. Ink, stamp, twist, stamp, twist, stamp. And that gives you 3. All right. And let's see, I think that's it. Oh no, I have one more piece to stamp. Then we're going to take that little flower and your small piece of berry burst, and we're going to stamp it. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to punch it out first because this is a photopolymer stamp, so you'll be able to tell. Hopefully I made this big enough that I can punch it out. So I'm just going to punch this out. Lay this down on my stamping area. Ink up my little flower and stamp it somewhat in the center of this small piece. And there you go. Now I think we're done with the stamping, so I'm definitely closing up this pad, and we will start to put it together. So on our 4 by 5 1/4 piece of berry burst, I'm going to take our larger piece of basic white. Let's see, actually I'll build both of these. I usually try to build the layers before I put anything on my first layer. So we'll see if my thing is going to work. I may have to use my, there we go. Can you all see what I'm doing? I don't know. So I said I have to retrain myself. I don't know why I struggle with staying on track with getting these out on a weekly basis. My life gets crazy. And then the first thing I know, I'm already off schedule and I've missed 2 or 3 weeks. So I will try to make a better effort, but you know, there's no promises. As I get older, I get much, much slower. So this is just going to be put on here. And then this piece, I believe, is dry. Yes. We're going to take this and put it on this layer. Hope you all had a nice 3-day weekend. We made graduation things to do. A granddaughter who graduated, and then a young man from our church. So we were busy doing graduation things. Dodging the rain. Which worked out pretty well, actually. We didn't get caught in the rain at all. So now I'm going to put this on our layer that's going to go right on the front of our card. We only have one more grandchild to graduate from high school. We have a couple college graduations coming up, but only one more for high school. But that we got a couple years. She's going to be a junior this year, so. Okay, and then we'll take this and put it on the front of our card. Time goes by so quickly. You think it doesn't, but oh my goodness, I can't believe that all of our grandkids are so grown up, and some have moved to other states. We miss them, but they're adults and they have their own lives to live. So, and then this will just be placed on our card front. This little piece we're going to take and put some dimensionals on. I have been doing a lot of crafting. That's one thing I've been doing. I had huge projects to do for my church, and lots of card swaps that I'm in. I'm trying to stay ahead on those. Next week we have Vacation Bible School, so it's going to be another crazy week, but I'm going to try my best to get a video uploaded early, and then I can just post it on, or get a video filmed, and then I can upload it on Tuesday. Okay. Then we'll take this piece for our inside. Quick and simple cards are nice. I like to do complicated ones occasionally, but sometimes I think with time limitations, it's nice to have one that comes together so quickly. And you could also, this could be birthday, it could be for so many different things. Okay, and then we'll put on our, oh, excuse me, I'm going to get the hiccups. We'll put on our embellishments. And I just chose to put one in each little corner here. I believe that's what Mary did also. She's a very talented demonstrator, and we both have somewhat similar styles, so that's why I check out her blog all the time. And one right there. And that is all there is for that. So here's the one that we just completed. Here's my sample piece. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, I thank you so much for taking some time with me, whether it be during the daytime or the evening. It's such a blessing to me to have you all click on and watch my videos. And I hope that God blesses each and every one of you, and I hope we will see you next week. Bye-bye.